What's the path that a healthcare system could take to really to enable this for their community?
I've been in the game for a long time in terms of technology and consulting, whether public sector, healthcare, and others. And I've never been one just to say, hey, just buy the software. That's always an ultimate outcome. But the first thing is really taking a look at the process flows and how you want to be able to use it. And being all in is great. I would still recommend, say, a framework or an approach around, say, 21st Century Cures Act compliance, or I want to make sure my population's SDOH information is included. And then look to how do we incorporate standards with that, and then finally a software solution. And I could offer more details privately and separately about how our approach is to doing that, but it has to be, I think, built on a framework of standards and mature technologies that at the end of the day will meet security compliance needs, that will meet legal and regulatory requirements, et cetera.
Who's driving that kind of conversation within the health system? Is it on a clinical level? Is it a CEO? Is it a CIO? Because when I think about that, I agree 1,000%. You don't start with technology. You always start with what's the problem set? What are we trying to solve? What's the measure for having solved that problem? And then let's put an architecture and a plan together for solving that problem. I agree with that. That makes perfect sense. But who kicks that conversation off?
Great question. I think it varies a bit from organization to organization, and I don't have a perfect answer. I can say within Lumedic, we created what's known as the Lumedic Exchange, which is a free membership model, open consortium that has participation from Providence Health Systems, healthcare professionals, some of the IT and revenue cycle professionals, as well as organizations outside of healthcare, such as MasterCard, HireRight, and others, where we meet and discuss these as process flows and use cases to adopt a consortium-driven approach to how to approach these problems. So it's no one particular opinion or one particular office or an IT-centric approach or a clinical-centric approach, but try and get all of those participants at the table and come up with joint use cases together.